Hello, Vivaldi. This is Mr. Gabe. It is week 6, and we are almost at the end of string project for this semester. I know, it's a little sad. But Mr. Kyle and I are very proud of all of you for sticking with us and continuing to work hard at your instruments with everything that's going on. So, in today's warm-up, we're going to be doing some more work with the D major and G major scales. So, first thing I want you to do is make sure that your instrument is in tune. If it sounds not right, pause this video now and go watch Miss Carly's excellent tuning video. But if your instrument sounds okay, then we're ready to go. So, if you're sitting like I am, put your feet flat on the floor, sit up straight, make sure that your back and your shoulders are nice and aligned. Then you can grab your violin or viola, and remember what Mr. Kyle always does, on the head, and then down here. And make sure that you're not facing this way, you're facing this way, and that your left hand has a nice U shape to it, and that your wrist is parallel with your arm. Not like this, not like this, but like this. Just in the middle. And then the last thing I want you to do is to grab your bow. Make sure that it is tightened. If it's not tightened, then put your instrument down and do so. Remember, we want there to be a little bit of a distance between the bow and the bow hair, but the bow should still be slightly curved. If the stick is completely straight, it's too tight, and you have to loosen it. But if your bow is at the correct tightness, then let's remember our good bow hold. If you need to put your instrument down again, just to remind yourself, and use your left pointer finger or whatever finger to rest your bow on. Remember, thumb in this little joint in the middle. Your middle and your ring fingers just chomp down like that. Your pointer finger, you want to lean this way. And your pinky, you want to keep right on top, over here. And remember, your wrist should be higher than your hand. Not like this, but like this. Should come down nice and easy. So, once you've got that, put your instrument back up, bow on the string. Should look something like this. Oh. So, first thing we are going to do is a D major scale, and we're going to keep it simple for right now. We're just going to do 4 quarter notes per note. So, D, 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 E, 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 like that. Now, the good thing about doing relatively simple things during a warm-up is that you can use this time to make sure that your technique looks okay. Now, we've done the D major scale and quarter notes for a while now, but now when we do it, it's a good time to check the way that you're bowing the string. For instance, you want to make sure that when you bow, you are right in the middle between the fingerboard and the bridge. It's going to be right around here. You also want to make sure that when you bow, you should be holding the bow so that it's parallel with the bridge, like so. You should be bowing like this, or like that, just in the middle, like that. Should be straight. And the last thing is that when we do this scale with quarter notes, try and use, I'd say, about 3/4 of the bow, like this. Try and make it nice and smooth, and our fancy word for smooth is legato. So remember that. If you use too little bow, it's going to sound like this. It's not as strong of a sound. If you use too much bow, that's also not as strong of a sound. So, keeping all those things in mind, we're going to do a D major scale and quarter notes, and watch out for those things while you play, okay? 1, 2, D major scale, go. D, 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 E, E, F sharp, G, open A, B, C sharp, high D, back to C sharp, down to B, open A. Now we're going to freeze for a second and make sure during this freeze that all 3 of your fingers are ready to go on the D string for when we cross back over to play G. All right, hopefully you got it. Let's continue. Ready, go. G, down to F sharp, down to E, open D. Alright, hopefully that was not too challenging. And now we're going to do the scale one more time, but we're going to change the rhythm. We're going to do the rhythm that Mr. Kyle introduced last week. All 8th notes. The words he used were, wish I had a motorcycle. 8 8th notes, all in a row. It's going to sound like this. D, 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 E, 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 E. Okay? Alright. Get back into position again. If you need a moment to check that your bow hold's okay, or that your left hand position, left arm position is okay, do so right now. If you've got it, let's go. And for these 8th notes, use less bow and try and keep somewhere in the middle. In the middle of the bow, like that. Okay? 1, 2, motorcycle, ready, go. D, E, F sharp, G, open A, up to B, C sharp, high D, back down to C sharp, back down to B, down to open A. Freeze. Make sure that your 3 fingers are all ready to go on the D string. Ready, and G, F sharp, E, then open D. Great. Now we are going to move over to our G major scale. Remember, same finger pattern, starting on a different string, on one string lower, your open G string. So, first time we do the scale, we're going to do our good old favorite pepperoni pizza. And yeah, it's going to sound like this. Alright. Before I forget, when you're on this open G string, you may have to lift your arm a bit higher to be able to reach the string, just like this. The relative positions of your hand and your wrist shouldn't change. All that should change is you moving your arm up or down, just like this. Actually, if you could try that right now, just doing what I'm doing, that would be great. Okay, now that you've got that feeling, go back to your open G, and let's start. 1, 2, pepperoni pizza, go. Now to A, up to B, up to C natural, open D. Now to E, now to F sharp, and now to G. F sharp, now to E, open D. We're going to go straight to C natural now. Now to B, down to A, and open G. Okay, so we've been doing the G major scale the past week or two, so hopefully that wasn't too bad. Now, the last thing that we are going to do in our warm-up today is introduce a new rhythm. Now, up until now, all of the rhythms that we have played can be divided into 4 beats. Watch. You can divide this into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could divide this into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all different rhythms, but they all fit into 4 beats. Now we're going to try a rhythm that only uses 3 beats. I'll demonstrate first. And we're going to stay on G major for this. 1, 2, 3. 3 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Now, in the context of a scale, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So instead of changing your fingers every 4 beats, you're now doing it every 3 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not doing that anymore. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, if you want a word that might help you with this, think pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. let's give this a try. We'll take it a little slower because I know this is probably new. And, all right. 1, 2, 3, pineapple, go. G, A, out of B, C natural, open D, now to E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, open D, C natural, B, A, open G. Okay, I know that probably out of everything we did today, that is probably the trickiest. But if you were having trouble with that, just pause and rewind back to where we started the video again, and hopefully it'll just take a couple times for you to get it. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pineapple, pineapple. Because that is going to come in handy with the string builder pages we're going to do this week. Okay? Good warm up, everyone, and I will see you over in the technique video.